Hello, my name is Herman, and today we'll be working on lists of rational numbers and comparing decimals and fractions of rational numbers. So our question today is, if the Hawks team scored 500 points this season, then the fullback scored 10% of those points, the top wide receiver scored 1/5 of those points, and the running back scored four out of every 10 points. How many points did the rest of the team score? So here the total number of points is 500, which we have right here. Then out of those 500, is made up of the points the fullback scored, the points the running back scored, the receiver, and the rest of the team, which are all added up. So here we're just going to be using simple conversions. We can either convert them into percentages or fractions. So here we have two ways where you can solve it. The first is we converted all the percentages of each player into percentages, such as here it's already given us that the fullback scored 10%, so you just multiply it by the total number of points. Then it's plus 20%, which are the points the wide receiver scored, which 1/5 converted into a percentage is 20%. Then we have the full running back's points, which are 4 out of every 10 points. So it just converts into 4 out of 10, which then converts into 40%. And then we just have the points the rest of the team, which that's what we're trying to solve for, which is our unknown. So then we also have another way where we could solve it to where we convert the 10% into 1/10. Then we have the 1/5, which are the wide receivers' points. And then we have the running backs' points, which are just 2/5. Which here on the side you can see on our table the conversions we're using. And these are good to know just for these type of problems where you want to have all the same type of integers. So then the rest of the teams. Now if you solve this out, 500 times 10% is going to be 50. 500 times 20% is 100. Then 500 times 40% is 200. And then you're still going to have the rest of the team's points. And we're just going to use a little bit of algebra to add up the 550, the 100, and then the 200, and then you're just going to move it to the other side by subtracting them. So then, as you see here, we have 500 minus 200, because in order to move it to the other side, you have to subtract it from this side. Then we have the minus 50, then minus 100, which that's going to equal 150, which then on the other side is just the rest of the team. So the number of points that the rest of the team scored are 150 out of the total 500 points. Some of the mistakes you might make here are not being able to convert the fractions or percentages into the correct ones, such as you might make a mistake on the running back's percent of the scores, because you might put 4 out of 5 or make a wrong conversion. So yeah, just remember this table right here. These are some of the most common fractions or percentages that you can see on tests or quizzes or some of the questions that your teacher might ask. So just try to memorize them and know them. Thank you for watching the video tutorial, and keep on learning.